So, first of all, my greetings to all. As the last session, I talked about selflessness. So today I will explain a bit again about the selflessness. So as I mentioned before, understanding the selflessness is only way to eliminate the ego. So once when you succeed to eliminate the ego, then the only the genuine the happiness or the bliss will start showering on you. So that's why understanding the selflessness is you will have to understand you don't have the self. For that, it is a very important to search that where does the self exist. It's also important to search where is all this negative emotion is. There is one very famous story when great master Bodhidharma, when he met his student first time, that student asked the master Bodhidharma that he cannot feel joy. There are a lot of the disturbing thoughts comes in his mind. Student asked the master Bodhidharma that can he pacify his mind. Then the master Bodhidharma told his student that can you give me your mind? Can you give me your mind? Then I can pacify it. Then the student told the master Bodhidharma that he cannot find his mind. Then the master told him, now I already pacify your mind. That is the point. self, it exists only in you are not looking for it. It exists only in your unawareness. Self exists. These all negative emotion what we are having exist because you never look for it. When you try to look for it, when you try to search for it, you won't find it. When you start to intense search for the self, intent search for the negative emotions, when the intense of the searching begins, self won't exist. Negative emotion not exist. We feel the effects of the negative emotion once we not look for it. So that's why the first step is the searching the self. More you search, more the intense of the search begins. Then when you when you start to look for the self, then you will come closer to the selflessness. Because once once you realize the selflessness, everything will be same, but you won't be the same. You will be completely changed. But the surroundings of the what your surroundings of the you might be the same. So that's why they are the saying that the moments the person to realize the selflessness, the person feels or that they will be the immense of the joy. So that's why as I mentioned before, searching is the key point to understand the selflessness. So that's why when you meditate on the selflessness, the first step, you just close your eye and look inside and look for the self. Normally, we always feel that our body is the self. But in the reality, our body is not a self. So that's why. So you have to look, where does the self exist? Whether the self exists in the head or stomach or in the chest. So searching. Okay, so this week you keep on the search for the self. Also search for the fear, and especially in this pandemic time, lots of people, they are getting panic, they are getting scared, the fear. I will say that whenever you get panic, when you get scared, search for the way does that fear exist? Where does that fear is? When you started the search for the fear, when you started to look for the fear, fear won't exist. These negative emotions exist in you are not looking for it. This negative emotion exists in your unawareness. So in this way, keep on the searching for the negative emotion. Meditate. Meditate to find the self. Meditate to look for the self. The searching process is very important. More you search, more you look for it, you will come closer to the selflessness. Thank you. So as I mentioned the last time, so I will leave for the question answer session. If you have any question, so you can raise the question. So this question answer session, so I will leave the time for the Americans. So please, if you have any question, yeah, okay, you can raise the question.
I have a question.
Okay. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Go on.
I found your
Can you turn on the video if you don't mind?
Oh, I thought I did.
Hmm?
The video is on.
Okay. Okay, please go on. Yes.
So I found your discussion about meditation on the third and fourth stage very helpful.
Okay.
And I found the heaviness and the brightness clarified my meditation. And that was terrific, and thank you. But at the same time, I came across a very bright golden light that just sort of arose by itself, and my visual focus disappeared, and I wondered, am I suddenly going into a byway, or what is happening there? I don't want to get in a byway. I want to keep going. So can you help me with that?
Okay. So I will suggest you that you just keep on doing it. So what you're sharing your experience, it's quite normal. So when you're meditating, lots of the different kind of the thoughts of the different image might comes. That's quite normal. So you keep on the continuation. So you try to more the concentrate or try to more focus on what I suggest the last time. So this is a bit normal. Okay. Okay. Then any other questions? Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. So, okay. Okay. So if there's no question, so maybe few minutes that I will again repeat that points to this week, what you have to meditate. So importance of the meditating of the selflessness is that as I mentioned before, that the importance of that is when you meditate of the selflessness, So important thing is that the moments that when you realize the selflessness, that is the moment that you can eliminate the negative emotions and the negative thoughts. So here the key point of the understanding the selfless is to searching for the self. So this week you just keep on for the searching for the self. But the searching for the self is that when you started to meditate for the search for the self, it first time it might be a little bit difficult for you. You might, when you're trying to meditate and trying to search for the self, you might feel a little bit difficult to do that. Because when you close your eye, when you look for the self, you might feel that a little bit of the difficult to do that. But important thing is that you have to keep that doing. Okay, keep that doing. Otherwise, once you not understand that you don't have a self, then you will keep on generating the negative emotion like ego, fear, anxiety, jealousy, all these kind of negative emotion. I will tell you the one story. There is one hooty, egoistic person. He died and he arrived at the gate of the heaven. When he arrived the gate of the heaven, saints welcomed him and told him, "You are the most welcome." But that haughty, egoistic person, when he reached the gate of the heaven, he just saw a lot of the peoples inside the heaven. Then he said to the saint who greet him in the front of the gate of the heaven, he told him, "I will not come in. If you just let everyone in heaven without a reservation, this is not my idea of the heaven." You can see that even if the egoistic person by chance reach the gate of the heaven, he will not enter. Actually, his ego will not let him enter the heaven. Because egoistic person cannot go into the heaven. Because the ego carries its own hell wherever it goes. So that's why in the Buddhism, what we suggest that eliminating the ego. eliminating the self-centered attitude, eliminating the self-cherishing attitude. When you can eliminate the self-centered attitude, when you eliminate the ego, all the negative emotion will disappear. Through that, that's understanding the selflessness is important. Okay, thank you. So today we will stop here. Thank you, and see you and next time. Thank you so much. Thank you.